So check this out, guys. Before this video gets started, I do want to mention that we just got some brand new long sleeve t-shirts on the website, the TRX edition. These suckers are super epic. Check out the back right there. You got the triple TRX stacked on top of each other. These suckers went super fast last time, and now we got them in the long sleeve because it's getting a little bit chilly. So if you want to copy one and help support your boys, be sure to visit goonzquad.com. But as right now, let's get to the video. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are here up at the new Goon Squad headquarters up on the mountain, but today we are going to continue working on our brand new TRX build. There is something pretty important that we want to knock out this morning, and we did mention a couple videos ago that we are going to be building a brand new house up on that secondary property over there. And what we got to do is just clear out a little bit more land and even clear out a driveway. That way the city can come in, they can do their soil test, their property review. That way they can set the septic tank where it needs to go, and we can proceed with this build right here. It's going to be super epic. It's probably going to be like a 4-bay garage with a house, and maybe we'll do some builds out of there, dude.
Dude, that would be pretty epic. So that's why we want to jump on this morning, clear out a driveway, because right now you can't really get to it. The only way you can get to it through a little trail in the woods, and we don't want that. From
this property right here, that house has got to have its own driveway. So what we brought out here is the mulcher out here this morning with this drum head right here, and these teeth right here are dull. So that's exactly what we're gonna get started with. We're gonna swap them out to the other side. I know you tried sharpening them. I think you could sharpen them like 1 or 2 times. Then after that, you swap it over, and you still get some good life out of them suckers.
Yeah, and they take forever to sharpen, and they're past the dull point. I mean, we hit rocks and everything up here. That was our learning teeth right there, dude.
That's the learning teeth right there. Now we're gonna swap them out, and this is gonna be the professional teeth. So you gotta be real careful with them. And those teeth are pretty expensive. I think they're like 40 bucks a piece right there. So if you calculate all this up, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be somewhere around
$2,000 maybe
a little bit less, but that is pretty expensive. But you know what, this is what allows you to stay productive. So
yes, sir,
you gotta maintenance your stuff. But anyways, let's just go ahead, swap out these teeth right quick, fire up this machine, go into the woods, clear out some land, and then we'll eventually make it back to the original Goon Squad house. Alright guys, so after flipping those teeth the other way to the sharp side, this sucker just absolutely just chewed and spit everything back out into this fine mulch that you see right here. That's what we're looking for. They actually cut stuff a lot faster than them dull ones, but that's what we did. We cleared out the driveway all the way to the road, which is like a really beautiful driveway. I mean, it's just as beautiful as the one down there. You got like a nice little private drive all the way to the road, and I think that's how we're gonna keep it. We're not gonna clear out too much, and we did clear out up here a little bit more. That way, whenever the city comes out here, they know exactly where the house is. And we just threw some stakes in the ground. As you can tell, there's one orange one right here and like a big old perimeter right here, exactly where the house kind of is gonna sit, like a rough estimate, you know? Yeah, just a rough estimate. It's not exact, you know. We can still twist it like 360 degrees towards a view, because there is a beautiful view that way right there, dude.
You can't really see much right now, but you know what, when the leaves die, the mountains are right there, and I believe that's where the sun sets. It's gonna be a little bit of a different type of view, but it's gonna be a really nice one for sure.
Yeah, the leaves die and the view comes alive, man. It's gonna be insane.
It will.
Man.
So we're choosing the highest part of the property right here, and that's how we're gonna know where we need the house. I mean, we're not gonna clear out too much. There's still a bunch we do need to clear out though, but they're the bigger trees. We may have to bring a chainsaw, maybe even bring a company out here to cut like the really massive ones down.
Yeah, because the trees, tree cutting is pretty dang dangerous, and these are some tall ones over here.
Yeah, and it's super time consuming. I mean, you're gonna be sitting there, one tree to cut all the way up, couple hours. So
forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. But we got it all staked out right here, cleaned up a little bit.
Didn't hit any rocks, right?
Yeah, didn't hit any rocks, which is a really good thing. Which kind of means this is some really good soil, because as you can tell, that's like topsoil right there, which is really good. Didn't want to get like these big trees right here. That would take all day. But as for the driveway, man, this thing just cleaned it out really nice. I mean, it's pretty flat for the most part as well, so you can actually drive on it right now.
Yeah, so that was the main reason why we want to clear it out. The way the city can actually come all the way over here, you know, drive up over here, and that way, like, because sometimes like if they can't make it to the property, they won't do the test.
Yeah, they won't do the test. They have to kind of have an easy way to get in an access road, because as of right now they know exactly where they need to go, because before it was all bushed up. They didn't know where the property was, so
they'd have to take a hike.
They have to take a hike. But if you got some 4x4, I think you can make it in here, unless they just want to hike down this road, which is really nice. And once they approve everything, then the next step would be probably to bring a couple gravel loads over here, straighten it out. And once that's done, dude, I think the building will be getting started, dude.
Then we're gonna call everybody out here, the contractors. They're gonna start digging footers, foundation, and we're gonna make this house a little bit more different. It's gonna be super special. Actually.
It's gonna be a really awesome house. We don't want to say too much until everything gets approved, but it's gonna be an epic one. It's gonna be some epic content. I mean, I think it's gonna be some super sweet stuff.
You got that right. It's definitely gonna be a game changer as well. But as of right now, we're gonna set all this aside and head back down?
Head back down the mountain and get on that TRX.
Alrighty guys, so we finally made it back to the original Goon Squad garage, and we went absolute ham on this quarter panel right here. Of course, we had to prepare it, punched a couple holes in it, then we grinded it down, and then we fused it to the truck here, welded it, and look at that, man. I'd say it's in the original spot. We're about to show you guys this body gap, and what do you got to say about it, dude?
That's perfect right there,
look
dude.
At that, dude. That right there looks original. Almost looks like it was never wrecked from that back end right there, especially once we get it painted.
Dude, I mean, the bed took the whole entire impact.
That's
it just
true.
nicked the quarter panel just a little bit. That's why we're just replacing that little piece.
That is very true. That bed did take a good bit of that all that damage, but you know what's also a bad thing at the same time, because that's
hard to get parts.
That's the hardest thing to find right there. You can't really find a complete one that I've noticed, unless you want to pay like 10 grand, right, from the dealership.
But we'll piece one together here soon, and we'll have a whole entire bed.
Piece by piece. It's gonna definitely be a lot cheaper, but it's gonna be a lot of work. But anyways, we got this right here welded in, and it's looking good. All we got to do next is basically just smooth everything down, grind it down. Then we'll be able to apply some body work in these sections, and also this section right here that we tapped out right there. So that's all of our body work is just in this quarter panel area, and I think there's a little bit on the hood up front there. That's light work.
Yeah, that's light work. That's something you just pop out, a little bit of primer, and you're good to go. But for the most part, this did take a good bit of time, a couple hours to tack weld it, align everything, make sure all the body lines are perfect, and then we welded that sucker up.
Yep,
dude.
so as you guys can tell, it's already kind of getting dark. This daylight saving stuff is kind of playing tricks on us. And on top of that, we did take a good bit of time clearing out that property. But you know what? We're still getting work done, and we're still going to keep on moving. And on top of punching a couple holes in this, we were basically having to fight the fires that were almost happening in here.
Yeah.
We got that brand new interior. We can't have any burned through holes going in there or right here. So we protected that, and I think we did a good job firefighting.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, now we ain't got to worry about nothing like that. We just got to grind it down. Then I guess we're going to start doing some body work, and hopefully we can get this thing all smoothed out today, dude.
Get it all smoothed out, and that way we could actually throw back together that interior, right?
Yeah,
Here
throw
soon.
back together the interior and maybe this rear glass. That way we don't have to keep covering up.
Yes,
and
sir.
that'll be it. The cab of the truck will probably be ready for some paint.
That is right. So I say we go ahead, smooth this out, and get ready for some body work. So it is the next day here, and last night we actually pulled this truck in the garage. That way the morning dew doesn't rust our metal out. And this morning we went ahead and slapped some body filler on this whole entire panel right here. Got it nice and smooth, almost OEM, as well as the inside over here. Sanded that all down nice and smooth. Almost ready for some primer, but you know what? We still got a few more spots like this spot right here, and also this spot over here, because I believe the bed ends just right there, so you'll be able to see that. No big deal. We'll smooth all that out, and then after that's said and done, I think we're gonna go ahead and do some seam sealer right here and mimic that exact OEM seam right there with like some paint sticks and some tape. No big deal. And then after that, I think we'll be ready for some primer, dude.
Dude, some primer. That's some exciting stuff, because after primer, that means paint. And we just got to paint the inside of this jam. So are we going to paint that jam here or at a paint booth?
Hey, if the paint booth's available, we're going to head that way. We're probably going to pop both of these doors off and paint the whole entire jam, even the quarter panel as well. Just go ahead and paint everything, because I believe this white will match up pretty good. It looks like a solid white color. So once we paint all that, then we'll throw the doors back on and see how well it matches. Should match up perfectly. We'll probably end up painting that fender as well. That way we can just have all white panels. And as for this little bit of damage on the black right here, we're just going to fix that and just paint the black and just do a tape line. Same goes for here. We're going to tape that black off. That way we don't mess with any of that.
Super simple paint job here. Not too much. And then we'll paint the bed separately as well.
Yeah.
And I think we'll get a good match.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we use the exact same paint throughout this whole entire project, we should be good. So I say we just keep on going, because this does take a good bit of time, and see if we can get this thing primed in. guys, so there you have it. We are finally done with this quarter panel right here. Also got that seam sealer on there. Looks absolutely amazing. Not quite OEM, but you know what? Close enough. And that bed's just gonna cover up a majority of that right there. And also we threw a couple layers of some primer and some guide coat. All this needs is just a little bit of sanding. Throw this sucker in the paint booth, a little bit of white paint, a little bit of clear coat. This thing is gonna look original. I can't wait to do that. Also, the jam is looking really good right there. Man, that's just some amazing body work right there.
Dude, that took a couple hours.
I know,
but dude, it was well worth it, because once that's all painted, it's gonna look like nothing's ever even happened, man.
That is right, and that's the last of our body work right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right there. And also this doesn't count as body work. This just needs to get wet sanded. This is some nice acrylic primer on this fiberglass fender right here.
Almost looks like clear coat on
It
that
does,
sucker,
yeah.
dude.
We'll sand it out super quick right there. And there's actually one little bit of body work that I noticed a while back, and that's on this hood. This is an easy fix right here, but the reason why we haven't fixed it is because we got something that's gonna replace that whole entire hood. That's actually a carbon fiber hood. It's in a box over there. And as you guys know, the TRX is fairly new, and a lot of companies haven't even produced or haven't released a carbon fiber hood. So we're actually gonna be one of the first with a carbon fiber hood,
dude,
on this truck, dude.
It's crazy. I haven't even seen a TRX with no carbon parts at all, and a carbon hood is gonna look pretty dang crazy. I'm actually super excited to see what it's all about.
And it's actually gonna reuse these vents right here.
Really?
And also this, it's gonna look exactly original. Ooh. And it's just gonna pop these vents in. I think it's gonna look good. So let's just go ahead and crack that box open, see what it looks like, and possibly test fit that thing.
That sucker right there, man.
Oh my goodness, that is a beautiful carbon fiber hood, dude.
We cracked that sucker open, seen it, and we just slapped it on here. And dude, with the white, at first I was a little bit iffy with like a carbon hood on a white paint job, but dude, I think it's gonna flow, especially because we're gonna be retaining all this stock hardware with this badging, the vents, the amber lights with this vent right there. I think it's gonna flow properly, dude.
And the whole entire front end, the grill is everything like is pretty much black.
Yeah, it's all blacked out, even the headlights on this thing. So I think once it's all said and done, painted and put back together, it's gonna look on point, man.
Dude, I'm absolutely loving this hood so far, and the quality. This is from Black Ops Auto Works, so you know the quality is on point.
Dude,
right?
The weave is on point, the high glossiness on here is on point, and the fitment is pretty on point as well. Obviously, we just threw it on here, it's not adjusted, so once we adjust everything, put the latch on, it's gonna be perfect.
Yes, sir. And also, we are running Black Ops Auto Works on the Trackhawk over there, and I gotta say, man, it is absolutely perfect fitment.
Yes.
And it lasts long.
It's still on there, and it's still not fading, so that's why these hoods right here, and this is one of the first TRXs with a carbon hood, which is just super epic,
I've
dude.
seen one actually like on Instagram, just photos. I don't know if anybody's got theirs just yet.
Hopefully we're number 2, man.
Hopefully we're number 1 with it actually, like
with the Black Ops Auto
with the Black Ops
hood.
Auto hood. Look at that, dude. The bottom of it is just amazing. Look, it looks original underneath.
This is basically a stamped from an original hood, so that's why the fitment is on point and the look, and that's why the vents are gonna work, and that's one of the main reasons why I like this hood, because it's all like original, basically.
That is right. But let us know what you guys think about that, and here soon we're gonna have this whole entire truck painted and hopefully back together, dude.
Ripping down the road.
But that's gonna be all for today's video, guys. We're super happy with the amount of progress that we are making on this TRX. Here soon we're gonna be ripping around in this thing 100% complete, but you guys are gonna have to stay tuned. Make sure your post notifications are on so you don't miss out on anything. And also, if you want an inside scoop before YouTube, definitely give us a follow on Instagram at goonzquad. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for all the love and support. Be sure to drop your comments and thoughts down below. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.